For this summer corn chowder, we start with 6 to 8 strips of bacon that I've cut into pieces and fry it till it's nice and crispy. I say 6 to 8 pieces because it depends on how much you love bacon. I did 8 pieces. Now to this bacon grease, which you want to keep in there, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of salted butter. And you want to let that melt, and then you want to add 1 medium to large onion. Depends on how much you love onion. This is a sweet onion. I am using a Vidalia. I'm adding 3/4 of a cup of chopped celery and 1 cup of chopped carrot. You want to make sure that everything's chopped small. Now you want to saute this up until your onions start to turn translucent and your carrots and celery start to get tender. They don't have to be completely tender because this still has to cook. Now remember to salt and pepper all your veggies really well because you want to season as you go. Now I'm also going to add about a roughly measured teaspoon of dried thyme. Remember to rub it between your hands when you're using dried herbs because it will bring back out the oils and make it more flavorful. Now we're adding 2 large potatoes, which is about 2 cups of chopped potato. You want to chop it very small. Basically, you want everything to mimic the size of the corn. That way everything cooks at the same rate. Now you want to let this go for about another minute until your potatoes start to cook just a little bit. Now remember to season as you go. Those potatoes don't come out of the ground seasoned. In fact, they come out of the ground very bland. And potatoes suck up all the salt you put in a dish. So be a little more generous than you would normally think with your salt. So now I'm going to add, this is about 3.5 to 4 cups of fresh corn that I have cut off the cobs. I've also scraped the cobs with the back of the knife to get out the corn milk. For us, that was about 11 ears of corn of various sizes. Some were really big, some were small to medium. But you want a lot of corn in this. This is corn chowder. And also, I like my chowders thick. I like them with a lot of stuff in them. I don't like them mostly brothy. To me, that's not a chowder. That's a soup. Once again, you want to make sure you season because this corn is extremely sweet, and if you got fresh corn, it's going to be a lot sweeter than frozen corn. Now you can do frozen if you don't have access to fresh sweet corn. You can go ahead and do frozen. It's not going to be as good. That's why I'm doing this in the summer. Now you want to let this go until things start to cook just a little bit more, which is about 1 to 2 minutes. Now this is just my little addition. I like to echo the smokiness in the bacon. About a 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika. It will echo the smokiness of the bacon, and smokiness always goes really well with corn. So now we are going to add about 2 tablespoons of flour. This will help with the thickening. It's just regular all-purpose flour. Now you want to let that cook for about a minute to cook out the raw flour taste. Now we are going to add 3 cups of chicken stock and 1.5 cups of milk. I am using whole milk. You will get a creamier product if you use whole milk. But you can use 2%. I just really don't recommend skim. Now you want to stir this around until everything's nice and mixed together. And of course, re-season. Because milk don't come from the cow seasoned. Now your broth is going to be seasoned, so be careful with how much salt you add. And I have found that pepper is always a good friend of corn chowder. So I usually add a good bit of pepper. Now, this is optional. This is completely up to you. I add a few dashes of hot sauce. I am using the jalapeno Tabasco because that is the one I like. That is the one that I think goes great with corn. Now you want to bring this up to a bubble. Once it's up to a light bubble, turn it back to just a simmer. Just about medium low. And then you put a lid on, let it cook for about 10 to 15 minutes till your potatoes are tender. Now if you've cut your potatoes a little bigger than I showed you, it will probably take more like 20 to 25 minutes. It's been about 10 to 15 minutes. The potatoes are perfectly tender now. Now you want to make it a little richer. I am adding about 2/3 cup of heavy cream. Now I'm going to add back in my crispy bacon, leaving a little for garnishing the top. Now, any good cook will tell you, you need to taste it at this point before you serve it to your family to make sure it's nicely seasoned. Now this beautiful corn chowder is done. Ready to enjoy on any summer day. This is actually good, even just barely room temperature to almost cold, because it is just an amazing summer soup.
Now I got a beautiful bowl here of what I believe is going to be stinking outstanding corn chowder. Very delicious. It's also be a little bit hot. Really stinking delicious. So good. Exactly what you're looking for in corn chowder. A little bit of heat. Just, I mean, when I say a little bit, I mean, it's very little. You can actually add Tabasco sauce yourself in your bowl. It'd be really good if that's what you're looking for. But it's got the sweetness of corn chowder. You're looking for the sweetness of the corn, and then a nice little back note of everything else involved. But it's corn chowder, so it's really corn forward, right? Which is what it is. And it's so good. So wonderful. And it's a good use of some fresh sweet corn. I wouldn't want to do it with anything but fresh corn, personally. Or maybe corn you've frozen yourself. But it's so good because Angela Kay can really cook, y'all.